everybody has a story. All the world is a stage and everybody wants to be a star. What is that going to do for me? We want to get into the truth, the tea with tree behind the real stories of real people who have overcome to achieve their dreams. What are you doing for you today? Let's get into it.
I knew from the day you grabbed my mind. Oh, I knew nothing could take you away. So I don't sit with my phone sometimes.
Hello, welcome back. We are in season 3 of The Inspired Life. I'm here kicking it with none other than Edi Callier, and I'm excited to have this conversation. We're going to talk about the golden ticket, throwing mics, and numbers, all in this one conversation. Welcome to The Inspired Life. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, of course.
So, I know who you are and what you do, but for the people that may not know, tell the world, give your bio, your spiel, your 30-second pitch. Tell these people what you do and how you do it.
Well, my name is Edi Callier, and I like long walks on the beach, and sometimes I like to eat elote, but it's gotta be vegan.
I love some elote.
Right, I'm telling you, it's over here making me miss California already. But I'm a recording artist, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. Producer, and all of the things.
All of the things.
Entertainer, all that stuff. And I'm originally from Portland, Oregon. I lived in Atlanta for a while, and now I live in Los Angeles. And I might be escaping to Europe soon.
Ooh, okay. I pray more of your strength.
Right? No, I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
You like taking risks. Atlanta, California, Europe, you don't want to break.
You're not going to catch me in Missouri.
You like the chaos.
Actually, it's funny, Missouri, I actually have spent some time in Missouri too. But,
that's what's up.
Yeah, just all over the place.
That's what's up. I love it. Well, I certainly encourage everybody to float around. So kudos to you on just already knowing that you're going to be looking at moving into some other areas, other countries. I definitely have London on my horizon. Yeah. One day. Yes, stages and places in London. That's one of my life goals.
Let me know.
From a career point. Yeah, so it's good to have friends in high places because you never know. Speaking of high places, you gotta be floating on a cloud 9 right now. So I'm gonna just tell y'all because I'm super excited. Golden ticket. Let's get into this tea about this golden ticket business. How did you find out? What was the first series of things you felt when you found out, and then what was the first thing you did after you were like, oh shoot, my music is taking me somewhere, now I have to actually do something big?
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, so I'm still a spry young man, but I've been around a little bit, and so my career has taken a lot of turns and has reached a lot of places, and of course now it's reaching far higher,
and with social media where we could do things in 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure Edi Nation is every day. I feel like I just joined. I just got jumped in. I just got my blazer, and I feel like it's taking off every day.
But yeah, it's an experience. I've experienced a lot of wonderful stuff, and I'm preparing for even greater things. But this is one of those things that's another step on the journey that I kind of prepared myself for, just because, so I was on this other TV show called The 4 Battle for Stardom.
So you've been doing this?
Yeah.
You humble, but that's a respectful brag. Like, you've been doing this. We're talking pre-COVID, pre-social media, addiction boom. Right, we're talking. Shoot, who were the judges on that show? It was Fat Joe, Diddy. It was some hard hitters.
It was DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled, that's what it was. Shout out to Khaled, we love you.
Yeah, Meghan Trainor.
Khaled, Meghan Trainor.
Fergie was the host.
Fergie hosted, even just in the building is a lot.
Yeah, and then there was Diddy, and there was Charlie Walker.
Right. So a lot of powerful, intimidating people. You've been doing this for a while. So tell us about this next step that you. Well, I digress.
Mhm.
You were going to tell us about an experience on the four.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I mean, so with the four, that kind of that whole experience kind of had geared me up for this American Idol thing, just because in that first experience, so much amazing stuff happened. I met so many wonderful people, and I also realized what I didn't want from one of these types of experiences, and also even more the things that I do want out of it. After that whole experience, I made the conscious decision that my next television presentation was going to be a presentation rather than an audition.
Okay.
And I actually swore off of competition TV shows, and
you said no more. I'm cool off that. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, well let's get into some tea now.
Okay.
You know I love tea with Tree. You've seen me live, so you already know.
Yeah.
How did the experience with the four end? Now I know because I watched it so short.
Yeah.
So we've met before we met, but tell us the tea. How did it end? What was the climatic moment?
So
because they don't know they don't know why why you have all this wisdom now. Like you sound so wise and mature now, but how you get there?
All right, so just to do a quick run through it, essentially, it came time to do the show, and I went up there and I did it. I got up there, I performed the song that they gave me, and right before I walked up on stage, I feel like I'm outside of the statute of limitations, and I can talk about this now. Right,
because don't get in trouble. We have no legal money. Don't get in trouble on the Inspired Life show. We don't want it.
Don't sue me. Right before I was about to walk up on stage, one of the producers came up to me and said, "So when you go up there and they ask you who you want to go up against, don't say you want to go up against anybody. You just say you're happy to be there, and you love everybody." And it was true. I was happy to be there, and I did love everybody because everybody was so amazing. And that's, well, I mean, the thing is with these shows that there's what they show on TV, the competitive side of it all and all that, but then being in the trenches with these people for extended periods of time, you definitely start to fall in love, like in the greatest way. You just start to really connect and learn more about each other and bond. And
building a kinship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so there were all these amazingly talented people that I really did enjoy being around. I mean, I had a plan. I definitely was like, all right, I'm going to get in here and do the thing. But then they came and said, just say you love everybody and you're happy to be there. And so...
And of course, who wouldn't, right? It's, first time on TV, big audition nationwide. It's like, whatever y'all want me to say.
Exactly. And so I went up there and I said that. And then I did my audition. And afterwards, they said I was too nice. They said I was too sweet. In fact, Charlie Walk said, and I'm not going to dive into it's so funny. It was a whole...
Don't meet us in the captions about this. We just gonna say what we're gonna say. Do not meet us in the comments about this one. But tell us the little bit of tea.
A little bit. Charlie said, "This is the music business, not the sweet business." And so I got 4 red circles. Red circles mean no. And you had to get 4 blue ones to go forward. And so I went home and. At that time, for a little bit, I thought, what if I am too nice? What if I am too sweet? What if I need to, get a little with some people? But then after years of just thinking about it and figuring it out, I realized, they really tried to make something that is the core of who I am, something not to be desired. Like essentially, the idea that being nice, the idea that actually genuinely caring about people and loving people is something to, be abhorred. And I'm like, no, that's not a thing.
That's not who you are.
That's not who I am.
And that's actually different. Like anybody who's in Eddie Nation, like if y'all aren't tuned in, this is your opportunity to contribute to the restoration of real R&B. Am I right? It's true. I feel like it's true. And just celebrate good music, good R&B, pop, hip hop, old school, quality, good music. And I think it's very true. You did need to learn that lesson because joy is what you're all about. Like as soon as I got here, as soon as I joined the tribe, I was like, oh, this is me. This is that part of me that I love to celebrate that people sometimes can call corny or rag on me for.
Right.
But it's the place where I'm super comfortable. It's my happy-go-lucky self.
And it's all about finding your tribe too. You know,
yes.
One of the things that I've noticed about the whole Eddie Nation thing as it's become a thing, I guess.
Are you still getting used to it, to having a fan, like an actual fan base that has a name and an identity?
In a way, it's interesting.
Eddie Nation's been here for a while.
Eddie Nation has been here for a while. And all the people, shout out to you that have been rocking for it so long. That means a whole lot, like just having you on this journey. And it's so weird because I feel like it's because I'm a preacher's kid. And so growing up, wait, that was a
It explained a lot. It explained, It's like, that's why he could sing. But that's also why he seems rebellious. Like, don't box me in. The whole preacher's kid thing. You got it honest.
We're a little out there. But
just a little bit. So with regarding Eddie Nation and like the fact that you had these, so you were saying you've had these fans, and I think you were even saying shout out to the fans who have been with you since day one. Like being a preacher's kid, I'm sure there was some exposure. Before fame.
Well, the thing about being a preacher's kid is that growing up in church, you're always taught like less of me and more. And so essentially, when put into extremes, a lot of times it also makes you like dim your light, and it makes you want to, if you start to shine a little bit brighter, it makes you say, oh no, I'm too bright, the other lights aren't shining the same as I am. And one of the things that made me realize, and I talk about it with my friends all the time, it made me realize after thinking about it that sometimes people need to see a light so that they can allow theirs to shine brighter, to show, a brighter light can shine. That's crazy. Let's see what we can do. And then also, never dim your light because the lights around you aren't shining at the same level. And it's not anything against those lights. It just means that, it may be a timing thing, or it may be, inspiration, or it could be any of those things. But at the end of the day, if you end up dimming your light, if you end up not utilizing the gifts that have been bestowed within you, by the Creator, then that's a slap in the face to everything that went into making you who you are.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes, super true. And speaking of like using your light and honing in on that, I do see where there's a connection. And even just the fact that you're a preacher's kid and like having that faith-based roots, those foundations, I do see there's a connection between showing someone else, like you were saying, that their light can shine, or the potential for their light, and having to go through failure. So you went through that failure with the 4 to get to the golden ticket. And I think now we can tell the people so that they can clue in. So I want you to kind of just talk a little bit about 2 things. 1, real quickly, just tell us, what is this whole golden ticket? But 2, talk about how you're able to respect this process now that you're in post golden ticket moment because of the failure that you went through before.
It's funny. I actually, in all of this, I haven't even thought of it as a failure necessarily, because I didn't go through, I will say with the 4, because of the like circumstances surrounding it and everything like that, it didn't feel like the best that I could have presented, just because I wasn't really put in a place where I could present that. And, things happened and time has moved. But at the end of the day, also, after that show, I had national television on my resume. And not only that, I had people from around the world reaching out to me and wanting to know more about me, and people who said they enjoyed what they saw and wanted to pour into me and all this other stuff like that. So it's opened a lot of doors. So, just getting on there is a win in and of itself, because just like with American Idol, there were thousands of people that wanted to be on the show that didn't. In fact, there were even people, bless her heart, there were people who were actually like some of the most talented singers and artists and all the things that I've ever met as well that went through the whole process, got all the way to the end of it, and then went home and had a watch party and everything, and didn't get aired.
Ooh, so you invited people to see your most vulnerable like moment in your career and you didn't get the reaction. Yeah, that probably feels a lot worse than
You
getting to
know,
be on TV and it doesn't pan out the way you hope.
and honestly, it's interesting because thinking back on that, I remember being one of the people who did get aired
Hmm.
and thinking, wow, that's got to be wild. Oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing. And then fast forward 2024.
American Idol.
Yeah, yeah. So it's so interesting. I'll start backwards. Um, where I'm at now, I'm doing so much work trying to just capitalize off of this experience and also, make it mean something. I mean, of course, it still means something to me because of the experiences that I shared with all these other wonderful people and artists and singers and musicians. And it's something that's always going to be, close to my heart and in my
Hmm.
mind.
But when you say mean something, you mean as a catalyst for really advancing your business, which is
Well,
hopefully what artists are looking at doing, which is taking every
yeah,
moment and parlaying it into other opportunities.
that, but then also just as a human, as a
Hmm.
person, living this human existence, it really changed so much for me. It helped to heal some things in my heart that I thought that I'd
Mm,
never heal from. And
that's
my
dope.
heart, my soul, my spirit, my mind, like so much of that was very much so transformative in that
Do you think do you think that you would have had the same outcomes had the experience not taken the turn that it's taking now? So let's say
way.
you do American Idol, you don't get the golden ticket.
Mm,
Would
honestly,
things still be healing because you so I guess what I want to know is like for our viewers and for our
hmm
tribe members who are aspiring creatives and
yeah,
artists who are trying to figure out like how long do I push this envelope until like is there a signal that comes that says this is going to break you and you need to jump ship, or do I just keep going
I
until the edge of the cliff and hope I fly?
I would never encourage somebody to walk away from it unless they feel like it's really genuine.
I was hoping you would say that. See,
Yeah,
my spidey senses are tingling.
yeah,
So with that, do you think that no matter how the journey pans out, that you're always healing? Because you that's something powerful
yeah,
you said, like mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual growth
yeah,
is such a priceless intangible. Do you think you're receiving that no matter how this journey pans out?
yeah.
Or was it because you got that golden ticket? It was like, whoo, sheesh.
Honestly, the golden ticket was more of a moment of validation than anything. But and uh, I'm out of the things now anyway, so I guess I can say this without it being detrimental. But I didn't go there to win.
Mm,
I didn't go there to walk out with a golden ticket.
what'd you go for?
I went out there to show who I am as an artist, to show who I am as a person, to be able to have that moment because, years ago on the floor, I was presented, as a singer and it wasn't even the full presentation of what I knew that I was capable of presenting because of the way that it was, done. I wanted to walk away from that moving forward if I looked back and said, what if I had done something else? I didn't want to have to deal with that. And so,
The regret of not trying, not
yeah,
knowing because of not trying.
right. And
Yeah.
so I went in with this experience. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I did probably one of the best performances I've ever done. Of well, actually, the best
You
performances of
slayed.
like both of these, the main one and the Hollywood Week. Like I did best performances of those songs that I'd ever done. I went in and I said exactly what I wanted. And then in return, Richie told me I'm gonna be selling out stadiums.
And when you hear these vocals, let me just like when I talk about being moved by music, being inspired to do something, feeling almost compelled by the way that the song speaks to me, this is it. It's time. We don't get into some music. We don't get into some music because I feel like it's just selfish not to share this with the rest of the world. And I really just want to drop it on their heads. Like how we say
Right.
in the family. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drop this on y'all head. I really just want to just just unleash it on them without too much of a warning in terms of style. But I mean, Lionel Richie has already given the pass, so you be singing. We will not debate that.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Say, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
We are here. This is Tribe. This is the Inspired Life. We are tapped in. It's the Eddie Nation Takeover. We are going to get into some of this.
If one day this whole world is falling and I have but a moment to breathe, well, I need your ear to whisper. There's no place that I'd rather be. I see. Just to be in your arms is more than enough, and I see. Oh, there's no feeling greater than the day spent with you. Mostly, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Say, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Let me hear you say, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Say, oh yeah, yeah. Day that you came down from heaven and walked into this life of mine. I ask myself how I deserve an angel like you in my life. Just to be in your presence is more than love and I feel. Oh, there's no real changes. See, I told myself not to write a song. Oh, since your kisses made this beautiful, you might as well sing along. Cause every time I tell you I'm a savage, it's cause I feel you getting closer to my heart. And I know I'm supposed to be a man, but I'm scared. Didn't think we'd get this far. So
I would drive. I want somebody to drive in Atlanta traffic for me. Let me stop. I am loved and I am cared for. But it sounds good. If you know, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure that you guys check out this album. Speaking of checking out the album, you can find it on Spotify. As y'all saw, I was doing my research in real time. And one of the first things that I will tell you is true to life, as I've been telling you guys for almost 4 years now, you have to show up to glow up. You got to show up to glow up. And one thing that Eddie is doing is he is showing up. It looks like he's filling a lot of the categories that are available on the Spotify profile. He's got playlists here. He's got dedicated monthly users, a really super, super dope bio that talks about some of his different inspirations and some of the different things that he has done along his journey. And so I encourage you, artists, show up to glow up. If you are not showing up for yourself and utilizing your professional outlets, making sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. One, you might need to find you some other people that love you, like that artist love we need, right? That's because if they're willing to drive in Atlanta traffic, they're willing to tell you to get gathered. Okay,
oh, for real.
And those are the kind of people you need.
Yeah.
And so, looking here, I can definitely see that you are headed for superiority in music. Like you are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I think that your journey is heartfelt. You're such a real, down to earth person to get to know. Like y'all catch them at a show, catch them in person, like bourgeoisie, but so much familiarity. You understand? Right? It's that good mix that we like. And I think that you're one of those people who has that light that just needs to shine to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
Your light shining definitely contributes to bigger, better things for all of us as human beings. But I can see how already a big part of Eddie Nation should be, if not, should be creatives and artists, other people who inspire to
Yeah.
inspire others with their
That's
art.
so funny because it's funny that you mentioned that. I have noticed that like at a lot of my shows. It's interesting because other shows you go places and people start singing along with the songs and it's like people are like yelling and but like you come to a show of mine and you hear people singing along. It sounds like a choir because shout out to you, Eddie Nation. Y'all are some singing folks and some creative folks. And like it's such a beautiful community to be a part of. I guess I'm technically a part of the community
You're a
because
leader of the community.
I am me.
You are the community, but I love that you are just. I love that you equate this whole situation to you being a part of something. No, baby, you the star, boo. We showed up because we following you.
You
But I
know?
love that it's us.
It
together.
is. It is. It really, really, really is. Like honestly, every step of this journey, the wins, the not wins, the hard days and the great ones. Every step of the way, there have been, people, this beautiful group of people supporting and being a part of it, and I'm so grateful and so
I
honored. Like,
love that. I'm
yeah.
inspired. I'm touched. I think it's really beautiful to see this whole thing happening in real time. I'm so glad that we got to get connected at this
Yeah.
point in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking forward to what's next for you.
Yeah.
So I know you got some things going on coming up. I'll make sure that we can share that
Mhm.
information with Tribe so that you guys can catch Eddie in a show near you, on a TV near you, a streaming or a download, which is automatically already right near you right now. All you got to do is pay attention, mon chéri.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
but tell us, what are any last words that you have for the tribe here today, which is typically creatives who are busy people looking to be bosses of
Yeah.
their own future and build success in love, life, and business. What would
Yeah.
you, if you can give one piece of advice to them, what would you say?
As cliche as it sounds, keep going. I didn't know how much that actually meant until I was met with days where I felt like walking away.
Mm.
But the thing about it is, your journey isn't just for you, but it's for all the people looking to see if it's possible. And so, if you keep going and you keep showing up and just stay consistent with it, even when it's hard, you're gonna reach the places that you want to be and see the things that you want to see come to light.
Powerful, powerful stuff. Inspiring, enlightening, and definitely motivating to keep going forward. And as I always like to say, what's meant for you is already yours. And whatever is required for you to get what's meant for you is already inside of you. So go forward knowing that there's no such thing as missing out as long as you are showing up. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, and
Mm-hmm.
life, love, and business and success is already yours to claim.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my
Thank
friend, for being here.
you.
We got to do this one more time. Y'all drop
Yes.
something in the comments. Let us know. Y'all want to have a part two of this conversation. You want to have more intimate tea with Eddie and Tree. Let us know and we can run back another episode. But up until then, thank y'all for being here. On behalf of Eddie Nation and the Inspired Life, peace, peace, peace. See you at the top.
If one day this whole world was falling and I have a moment to bring, well, I'll leave your ear and whisper ways that I'm proud to be. Just to be in your arms is more than enough, and I'll see. Oh, there's no feeling greater than the day spent with you, mon chéri. Oh yeah, yeah. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh ever and walked into this life of mine, I ask myself how I deserve an angel like you in my life. Just to be in your presence is more than enough, and I see. Yeah. Oh, there's no feeling greater than a day spent with you, Mama City. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody has a story. All the world is a stage, and everybody wants to be a star.